But give them to somebody so that if you become incapacitated, which does often happen, somebody can take care of your business for you and make decisions. And speaking of decisions, give them a healthcare proxy. So you'll appoint somebody who will decide according to your demands, and they already know what you want, what to do when you're all tubed up and you've got breathing devices on you and they're feeding you in the stomach with a tube and so on. And you can say, your proxy can come and say, get all that nonsense off my mother or father. He didn't want it. He didn't want to be kept alive by machines. And they have to do it. You have to have a healthcare proxy naming that person. Okay? Don't forget to do it. And get your will in order. As Mort says, if you don't have a will, the judge will decide who gets the stuff, and give away a lot of it beforehand so it doesn't even show up, Give it away. What are you going to do with all that garbage you've collected for 1,000,000 years? The family jewelry and this and that. The kids, let them enjoy it. And give some money away, too, to the kids beforehand so you can watch them having fun instead of waiting till you're dead before they get the money and have some fun, right?
That's right.
Hey, there are a lot of things to do. Get busy. You're going to croak in a few years. All right, anyway, enough of that. We've got with us a prominent member of our community. We have Dick Frey. Dick Frey is the mayor of Dunkirk. He has been there for at least 9 years as mayor.
Started my 9th year.
They can't get rid of you with dynamite unless you burn down an orphanage or something.
I'm up for re-election again in 2 years. I mean, that's when my term ends.
And you already announced?
Yeah, no, we haven't made any decisions whatsoever. I think my family has made some decisions.
They say, we're tired of this.
Yeah. But I have a gracious wife that just is such a great part of this with me, and she's really the part of the things that make this all work so well for me as a mayor in the city of Dunkirk, is being such a close part of my life with her.
Well, she sounds like a wonderful, patient woman like mine. I have a beautiful, wonderful wife, the sweetest person
Yes,
I've ever
and
met.
she goes back with the Palmer family, which your wife is from the Palmer family down in Pomeroy, rather, and they knew all of them back when they were kids, dancing school and all that, and gym and school and everything, and very successful. And
yeah, well, they just did wonders. Well, Janie was a brilliant woman. That's why I married her. She was valedictorian in class, and she was. She was the vice president of one of the largest market research firms in the country in New York City.
Really?
Yeah, and market research is a pretty complicated mathematical game, and setting up the polling and whatever, it was really something. Plus, she read 3 books a week. She used to spend her time over that beautiful library we were talking about in Westfield.
Oh, yeah, that is a beautiful place.
Isn't that something?
Yes,
We're
proud of what we're doing in Dunkirk, but I'll tell you, we were up there with my wife one day. She wanted to take a tour through the library, because she's had 35, 40 years on the library board in Dunkirk, and we were looking at some renovations, some new ideas and stuff. So it was suggested that we come up here to Westfield, and you do. You've got an awful lot to be proud of. It's a beautiful structure. It's a beautiful operation. The total internal operation.
Yeah, well, the Patterson family, the daughter of the lieutenant governor at one point, Patterson, donated a pretty good buck to build an imitation Greek temple there.
Well, it certainly looks like it.
And even in back, most people don't know it, but in back they have a stage, which is just the ground, and they have seats, which have been cut into the earth with stone, and they could do plays out back. It was just fabulous. It's gorgeous. Those pillars out front, unbelievable. Like the Parthenon is fantastic.
It's beautiful.
The Parthenon. Okay, so you are busy. I see Dunkirk is doing some things. They're trying to renovate. The waterfront, for instance. Now, what are they doing now with the waterfront?
Well, we've our biggest major project that we did down there during my time is, and this is through the cooperation of many people. No one individual does anything. Nothing's accomplished today by one individual.
You got to speak a little louder, I think.
Nobody really accomplishes anything by one person himself. It takes a lot of people working together.
It takes a village, right?
And it was a boardwalk that we built down there, the 8 little shops that we kind of wanted to look like the wharf part down there, and the old English villages that you see, and the New England villages, which you see the fishing wharfs with the different, what you see. And we tried to duplicate it, and it's been a great success. We're trying to get the right mix of shops down there, and it seems to be working.
Good. Well,
We have a lot of individual private money being invested on the waterfront in their own restaurants.
We'll
and
talk a
hotels.
little more about that. We have a couple of calls. You want to take a call?
Sure.
That when I do that, it means we got a caller on. Somebody's
Okay.
waiting. Then you can go on as long as you want anyway. It's your show.
Yeah, that's right.
Good morning, caller. Thank you for waiting.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
This is a question for Mr. Frey.
Okay.
Mr. Frey, I like the development on the pier in the Dunkirk Harbor. I was wondering if the pier's businesses have prospered and brought at least modest income to the city.
What do you think of that?
Well, there's no question about it. There's trickle-down effects to everything. And along with what's going on in the waterfront, sir, in the shops and stores that we have attracted people to the waterfront. Please excuse me. But also we've done this not just with our shops and that, but with our festivals and our music on the piers on Thursday night. We have brought a lot of people to our community. And I don't know what our estimate was. Again, we're well over 50,000 people that we put into the city on a yearly basis between the 4th of July fireworks, the boardwalk activities, what's going on in the waterfront. Yeah, I do. I think there's trickle-down effect. I think people are benefiting from it, the businesses and so on and so forth, along with the new opening of the Printer $6 million incubator at Fredonia College, built down on lower Central Avenue in the city of Dunkirk, right off the waterfront, one block up. So it's all helping the renaissance of what's happening on the waterfront. Yes, sir.
Well, I was just wondering if the money has come in to help the city to any great extent, or are we just planning for the future?
Well, we haven't.
Woo! Turn the TV down.
There hasn't.
I'm wondering about the bottom line, if we are getting more revenue into the city. Thank you. Could you tell me that?
The bottom line to it, yes, there is more revenue coming into the city, whether it's through the grocery store, the gas station, the restaurants, the shops on the pier, people in town spending money. Is it going into the city coffer? Indirectly, yes, it's going into the city coffer through tax dollars and so on and so forth, which would make it available for businesses to operate in the city of Dunkirk. The bottom line is, yes, there is money coming to Dunkirk.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. Thank you very much.
Well,
Thank you very
caller.
much for your call,
Thank
sir.
you. Send me a stamped envelope. I got some gifts for you. Box 188, Mayville, New York. People are concerned about the money there. How about the Bay project? Whatchamacallit Bay? I see big signs up.
Which project?
I don't know. It says something Bay. What's the Bay?
Oh, we're the water park?
No.
The water park is the Clarion Hotel. That's a work in progress there.
All right, okay.
And then we just got done with the Lofts apartments over there. We renovated the old coffee shop and old coffee mills over a block off the waterfront down there. What do we have out there? The big thing we need right out there now is we need to rebuild our seawall along the First Ward, along Lakefront Boulevard, down where your family, Janie's down along. That's pretty well deteriorated. The road needs rebuilding, the water lines need to rebuild and all of that. That's going to be a major project. That's a $5-6 million project.
It's a big job, yeah.
And we're working at it. And trying to get money out there is very difficult at this time. Not only, the stimulus money, we have not seen a penny of the stimulus money.
In Dunkirk?
In the city of Dunkirk, no, sir. They ask you to have shovel-ready projects ready, and we had over $32 million worth of projects that were shovel-ready, permits ready. We got the permits for the seawall and everything. We have permits for our water plant that we're renovating, which we're going out to bond now to do our first stage. And that money has not trickled down into the city coffers at all to get any of these projects off the road. And it's a little discouraging at this point.
What's the matter with our congressman?
Well, Brian has worked very hard for the city.
Well,
of
Higgins
Dunkirk.
has been there now for 4 years. He should be able to
He's working
scratch